Beverages with Brad.
Welcome to Beverages with Brad, everybody. This is my special guest today, Don Zollo. Why the hell did you get into stand-up comedy?
I wanted to be a stand-up ever since I was a little kid. Like, if I had to put a number on it, I mean, I'd put it to maybe 4th, 5th grade. Like, I started to find out that it was actually a thing. I wanted to grow up and do it, and then I sat in fear of it for the next 20 years or so. I look at it now and I'm like, geez, I'd have 30 years of experience under my belt. But who knows? Whatever. Maybe it just works out for the best that you start later. Who knows? Mm-hmm.
What was your first experience, your first open mic experience?
I have 2 separate starting dates for comedy, and I consider 32 to be the real start, but technically I did it when I was 31. I did probably 10 appearances between Green Dragon and Sally O'Brien's, and I did, let's say, 5 minutes at a time, so that's 50 minutes, 50. I got no laughs, and by the 10th time I was like, this shit, so I quit for a year. And then I just had that anxiety of, oh God, you're not getting younger. If you want to do this, you got to go back out there. So I went back out. And I remember I went to the Green Dragon, and I was waiting to go on, and there were 3 hot chicks sitting in the front row, and I was like,
so now you're even more nervous.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to bomb in front of anyone. And that's, at that point, bombing was the only thing I had done. And then I went up and I did 5 minutes, and everybody laughed at every joke I told. And
so what do you think happened in that year gap?
I have no idea. I'm a huge Tony Robbins geek, and I got a little. That's when I started to get into Tony Robbins, and I'm like, I don't know if that played into it or not.
Tell me your best and worst experiences doing stand-up so far.
I remember I did a weekend with Josh Wolf. I remember one night I was about to go on. I was walking out onto the stage, and I hear him talk to one of the members of the staff, and he goes, "Oh, when Poppy gets here, he's like, just let me know." And I turned to him, I'm like, "You mean Big Poppy?" And sure enough, David Ortiz comes and he sits down midway through my set, and I was just like, holy shit, this is David Ortiz. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'd be talking over here, giving a setup, and then I'd be like, what does David think of the punchline?
You're like Poppy,
yeah,
Poppy,
and I couldn't stop. And then Euclid came in that weekend, and he talked baseball with us for I don't know, 2 hours. Worst experience. I told this joke, and it's not even racial at all, but I mentioned that somebody's Kenyan as part of the punchline because it has to do with marathon runners.
Right.
And this guy just he just started swearing at me from the darkness of the audience.
So we've moved into a less loud?
Less loud environment. Loud? It's medium loud.
So you played football with Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Explain that, please.
Years ago, I entered some contest on the radio, and it was send in a funny video of your NFL Combine experience. I won.
Okay.
And I end up in Tom's celebrity flag football game, and I'm not gonna lie to you, there's not many people that I get starstruck by, but I'm sitting there and I'm literally in a huddle with Tom Brady. He was just getting done with an injury, and some dude dove at him trying to rip his flag off, and I'm like, what are you, an idiot? But I was like, dude, if you ever dove at Tom Brady's legs and hurt him in a flag football game,
wow,
you'd have to move. I remember I have the experience of letting Tom Brady down. I've let Tom down.
You dropped the ball or something?
No, it was after the game. We were taking a picture. It was a charity bicycle ride that he was hosting, and I think it ends up in Cape Cod somewhere.
So the people who did the football
also do the ride.
Do the bike ride.
Yeah.
But because you're just here because you won this contest.
Right, which he didn't even know about.
Right.
And so we're taking pictures, and he knows that I'm not on the Patriots, and he knows that he hasn't watched any movies that I'm in or something like that. So he was he assumed I was one of the riders, and he goes, hey man, good luck on the ride. I hope everything goes well. And I said to him, I go, oh, I'm not actually doing the ride. And his face just turned, and he goes, you're not doing the ride? And I just was like, oh my God, I'm letting Tom Brady down. He's like, why, how did you get it? I'm like, I won a contest, and he's like, oh.
He's like, get out
And I was like, oh my God, I let Tom down. And the thing is, I walked away, and I was like, I think he's upset with me.
So in the very little you talked to him, how was he? Was he a dick?
I'm like, I gotta say, honestly, in my brief interaction with him, he seemed like a kind dude, and
there you go, ladies and gentlemen, Tom Brady, not a dick.
And the way that he'd interact with these kids, it's to help developmentally challenged children develop self-confidence. I'd watch him interact with these kids, and I'm like, the cameras aren't specifically on Tom right now, and he's giving them like a nice moment, and I'm like, I don't know.
Seems like a nice dude.
By all accounts, seems like a nice guy.
That makes me so. If you were like, look, Tom Brady is such a dick, dude, I would cry. I think I would cry in this Dunkin' Donut. We've learned a lot. I appreciate you doing the show, Don. Thank you very much.
Cool.